I'm 100% sure you have seen the combination of those two words. Es gibt, gibt es oder gibt's. We use them all the time. Very common, very often used in German language. But I'm also pretty sure that sometimes you are not 100% sure how to actually use them and how to translate them. So in this video, you will learn how to use es gibt and what does it actually mean. We start with the verb geben, where it actually comes from. Geben, to give. And as you can see here, this es gibt is the third person singular conjugation in present tense, which literally means it gives. But actually, the meaning is there is or there are. Which brings us to the comparison with English. In English, you have this there is, which is used for one thing, singular. And then you have this there are, which is used for more than one thing, plural form. In German, though, we have es gibt for both of them. There's just es gibt used for one thing or several things. Let's look at the meaning of the phrase es gibt. When you talk about a location, in English, for example, the sentence, there is the phone. There is the phone. In German, we don't use es gibt. We would say, da oder dort ist das Handy. Da oder dort ist das Handy. There is the phone. We use this es gibt if we talk about the existence of something. For example, the sentence, there is a museum. There in the city and there is a museum. In German, this would be, es gibt ein Museum. In der Stadt gibt es ein Museum. There is a museum in the city. Let's do some examples. We start with statements, which is anything which is not a question. Zum Beispiel, in Berlin gibt es einen Fernsehturm. In Berlin gibt es einen Fernsehturm. A Fernsehturm is a TV tower. So there is a TV tower in Berlin. Actually still the tallest building in Germany. Oder in der Schweiz gibt es viele Berge. In der Schweiz gibt es viele Berge. There are many mountains in Switzerland. And as you can see here, there is, for a TV tower, just one thing, singular, and there are mountains, that's plural, so that's different in English, and you have to change those. But in German, you see there's always this gibt es. For one thing, gibt es einen Fernsehturm und gibt es viele Berge, plural. And another thing I want to point out here is this object, einen Fernsehturm und viele Berge. And as you can see, I colored it in accusative in blue. Why? Because this es gibt always comes with a noun, and this noun is always in accusative case. So we have this in Berlin, position 1, then second position gibt, conjugated verb, then we have the subject es. Es is the subject. And then the noun afterwards is always in accusative case, is the direct object. Machen wir ein paar Beispiele mit Fragen, questions. Zum Beispiel, gibt es hier einen Supermarkt? Gibt es hier einen Supermarkt? Is there a supermarket around here? Oder gibt es dort viele Cafés? Gibt es dort viele Cafés? Are there many coffees? Are there many coffee shops? And of course, you can also make questions with question words. Zum Beispiel, wo gibt es hier ein Krankenhaus? Wo gibt es hier ein Krankenhaus? Where is there a hospital around here? Oder was gibt es zum Mittagessen? Was gibt es zum Mittagessen? What's for lunch? And here you see in this example, there's actually no there is or there are. In English, you would just say this, what's for lunch? Which brings us to the different translations, a couple examples with different translations. For example, if you are in a shop and you want to buy a jacket, but you don't want this jacket in this color, you want to have it in a different color, then you could say, gibt es die Jacke auch in Blau? Gibt es die Jacke auch in Blau? In English, you would say, does the jacket also come in blue? Oder, wann gibt es morgen Frühstück? Wann gibt es morgen Frühstück? What time is breakfast tomorrow? This es gibt is very common used for like brunch, breakfast or dinner or food in general. So you could also say, heute gibt es Nudeln. Heute gibt es Nudeln. Today we have pasta. And there are some special ones, some common special ones. Zum Beispiel, heute gibt es viel zu tun. Heute gibt es viel zu tun. There is a lot to do today. Oder in Berlin gibt es viel zu sehen. In Berlin gibt es viel zu sehen. There's a lot to see in Berlin. Or when you talk to a friend and you just meet and then you say, hey, hallo, wie geht's? Was gibt's Neues? Was gibt's Neues? What's new? What are you up to lately? Was gibt's Neues? Bonustipp. Gibt's oder gibt es? Which is actually the exact same thing. It's the same meaning and it's very common used in spoken German. So we don't say usually this gibt es, we just make it shorter and say gibt's. But important, this is pretty much only used for questions. Zum Beispiel, gibt's noch Tickets? Gibt's noch Tickets? Are there still tickets left or available? Gibt's auch Pommes? Gibt's auch Pommes? Are there also French fries? And as you can see, as mentioned, those are all questions. So mainly used for questions. There is one exception. You can also say, heute gibt's keine Tickets mehr. Heute gibt's keine Tickets mehr. There are no more tickets today. Oder morgen gibt's Pommes. Morgen gibt's Pommes. Tomorrow we have French fries. And why is this the exception? Because it's only possible to use this gibt's instead of gibt es if you have a adverb in the beginning of the sentence. And you have Hausaufgaben. Write a sentence down in the comments. Can be either a statement or a question with es gibt or gibt es as a question. And if you do like our YouTube videos and you're looking for self-paced video online courses which actually bring you results, so you can learn wherever and whenever you want, and you have a lifetime access, get more information and click this link here. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. I hope you learned something. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss und auf Wiedersehen.